Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly reading, and this will be for the sign of Scorpio. This reading will go approximately the period to the 31st of May through to the 6th of June. I want to say a big thank you for all of your support on my channel. I truly love bringing you these messages, and if you find they resonate, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. I'd also like to say, if you're interested in doing some classes with me, I'm booked out for the first 3 in June, but I'm open. All the information's below. They will be conducted by Zoom. The timeframes might not suit you, so just let me know what you would be interested in so I can take that into consideration when I run the next lot of classes. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, personal reading information is below. For donations, there is now a donation button on my Aussie Goddess YouTube page. Please remember the readings are only general. They will not resonate with everyone. I am using the Connolly Tarot here. All right, I thought that was coming. I could feel the energy of closing something down here, Scorpio. You are doing something this week. You're closing something out. Maybe a job, maybe a relationship, maybe a cycle you've been going through in your life. But something is closing out here, and I could feel like the energy of you trying to make some sort of decision here, or trying to impose something that you want to see rather than putting up with what you don't want here. And I feel like, you know, it's sort of like sometimes you feel that it's like you feel that you have to tolerate and you have to put up with things. But I think here you're realizing you don't have to, because you're closing something out. Could be a marriage for some of you. There is definitely this energy of moving forward. Yeah, we have the card of the devil coming out here. There's something you feel bound to here in terms of a relationship. I mean, it could be a job, but with the Four of Wands, it makes me feel like you're chained to something, and you're trying to move away from it. You want to become single here. Definitely for some of you, this is about a relationship, possibly with a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. You're moving away from something here, Scorpio. You're not staying with it anymore. You realise, oh, excuse me. You realise that you're stuck in something you don't want to be stuck in anymore. You're releasing yourself from some sort of bondage here to move forward. Let's see what's going on. Could be dealing with Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be dealing with someone who is a little bit on the harsh side, a little bit on the spiteful side. The Queen of Swords can sometimes represent someone who, at her best, is very articulate and very good with her words. At her worst, she can be quite spiteful. There are lots of words we could call a spiteful Queen of Swords, but we won't for the purposes of this. Now, whether it's male or female, I feel you're dealing with someone who can be very, very cutting and very harsh. Okay, so you probably thought your dreams had come true with this person, the way I'm seeing it. You may have seen something completely different here to what you ended up with. Sometimes with the Seven of Cups, we can build a beautiful illusion around ourselves. When we meet people, we put them on pedestals. We think that they are truly wonderful, and we put them on a pedestal expecting that they're always going to be that way. It's very possible you could have met someone who was quite narcissistic. You could have met someone who was very much about themselves. They could be very materialistic. And I feel that maybe you're reluctant to walk away from a situation because you are feeling that you are going to come off worse by doing this. And I'm not sure here if you're fearing the person or whether you're fearing the whole situation and leaving something behind. All right, so we do have the Emperor coming out. So the Emperor is a card of having knowledge, having confidence, knowing their own power. And I feel like here the universe is asking you. Looking at the story here, the story is so cool. Look at this Queen of Swords piercing the dream here, and he's looking back at the dream and going, wow, okay, so there's my dream gone. You've just sort of pierced a hole in the dream, pierced my bubble, but I'm going to take my power back here, and I'm going to do what's right for me. So, you know, the dream's gone now. What I dreamed was something amazing has gone now. I'm ready to move on. Ta-da! And we have the star coming out. What an amazing story. Okay, so what we have here is you have been through this experience to understand your destiny and your truth. I feel like sometimes when we go through these lessons in life, we're a bit like, why would we make ourselves go through these things? But sometimes you have to look back and think, well, what have I experienced during this time? What has been right for me? What have I been able to realize during this journey? Because I feel here that there has been a lot of lessons learned here. And I feel like one of them here is not really truly understanding someone before you get involved in a relationship with them. Sometimes we're so very, very keen to have a relationship with someone that we rush those beginning stages. And they know that it takes you 12 months to really get to know someone. And it certainly with narcissists takes several months before you start seeing the true face. And by then you've usually been quite sort of enamored or bewitched or whatever by this person, and it's difficult to see their true colours. I feel like you're seeing all this now. And the star says to me, you had to go on this journey. You had to go on this journey. Okay, so we have the Hierophant coming in here, followed by the Two of Wands. You're choosing to move forward from a relationship here, for sure now. Okay, King of Swords. Okay. This King and Queen of Swords are up for divorce here. The marriage is not, or relationship is no longer working. There's a separation. The Queen is ready with her sword, and to me, you Scorpio have grown either sick and tired of fighting, sick and tired of this situation, and you're no longer fighting. It's like you've just given up, you're moving on. That's how it feels here. All right, yep. You're moving on with the Chariot, definitely. Okay, the Page of Cups coming in here. I think that you are definitely turning your back on something. And there's the Justice card. And that's what I said to you back here. There were lessons you had to learn here. Strong Libra energy. Could be dealing with a Libra person, a Cancer, or a Virgo here. A Taurus person. Very strong Libra though. So, and Aquarius. Quite a few major arcanas actually, now I look at that. So whatever this is, it was a significant event in your life, and it's been there to teach you about yourself. When I see this, I think, do you think that you are trying to accept a relationship purely because it's a relationship rather than what you actually value and want in your life? Maybe you're looking to skin deep at situations rather than looking deeper. Maybe you have to take more time to get to know people before you move forward. Your destiny here is saying that from this you will meet the person that's right for you, as long as you learn the lessons here that have gone before. My throat is completely chockers here. I can hardly speak. I feel that you have got to learn to speak up for yourself. That's why there's so much blue in this reading. There's a need for you to be able to speak or voice. I think you were so determined to have a relationship that perhaps you didn't express what you wanted, because you're walking a different path here. The separation is obvious between you and another person here. Moving forward, turning your back on the past, and all of it is to do with karma. So it's a matter of you understanding that the lessons you have learned here now, that you don't rush relationships or you don't move into something too quickly because someone sweet talks you with, you know, a pleasant appearance. This is looking much deeper into your relationships. Okay, so closing out what I think is a relationship. I feel this is very toxic. Could be narcissistic energy here. You are definitely becoming single. And I feel that this is you with this King of Pentacles taking on a much more grounded approach to relationships. And, you know, as a Scorpio, you probably are quite a romantic person. So perhaps you got a little bit overly romanced here by what could be rather than seeing what actually was. Okay. Ooh. And we have the card of water. Now, I've got to say to you, this is really strange because you're a water sign. And the water card came out for Cancer. And I do have Cancer here. So you could be dealing with a Cancer. but strongly water again, which I think is quite interesting. So, the invitation. When water arrives, you're invited, it'd be good if you could see the card, to watch your emotions. Know that they are going to be changeable and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arrives. Natural flow is here. Go with it. So this is a climb for time, even, for cleansing your spirit. So don't go rushing out and getting into something new until you've understood the lessons here. Thanks, Scorpio.